restoring my memory. They're able to talk to me, and the photographer was too. Though the photographer was quiet, I think he was scared. He was in shock. He was utterly shocked. So they spoke to me, and because I wanted to speak to my late father, and I said the Bible tells us there's no connection between the living and the dead. And then they requested if I wanted to talk to my late relatives. I refused. They said I get the same answer. So I remember they told me that by the time they were being enticed by the witch doctor, they were in various oceans. They live in various oceans. So whenever they enticed, they come out, and then they go to do their various assignments in different countries. They told me that, for example, in the US, for example, in India, where I studied, it takes about 7 hours to go by flight, but they told me to take only 5 minutes to go to any country where they've been assigned, be it UK, US, you name it. It doesn't matter. This is not a barrier for them. They fly and, do the assignments. So I remember asking them, where they live, the oceans, they're talking about portions. So I wanted to know which portions that they come from. So they told me that they come from, and then before I proceed, I remember the Pope been asking me why I keep saying that these evil spirits were speaking Kiswahili. It's because they are conversant with, if you entice them in abroad, that they're able to speak your language. So because I was in Kenya at the time and I was speaking Kiswahili, and the witch doctor was also, speaking Kiswahili, they had to speak a language which I'm conversant with. So evil spirits, they know all languages. That is one thing I want people to know. It does not matter which language you speak, because these evil spirits, they also speak our evil languages that even know. They're very conversant with all languages. So they can speak any language, not necessarily Kiswahili. So I remember when they came, the first, like I said, I'm losing my memory, and then they told me that they reside in oceans. So I wanted to know which oceans they reside in. So they talked about, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, and there's one ocean that I keep forgetting. But if I remember, I'll be able to tell you. There are 5 oceans. So they told me by the time which doctor was enticing them, they left the oceans and flew to different countries, where they've been assigned to go and get people who are stuck abroad. That's why you see when somebody disappears abroad for 20 years and then all of a sudden he or she comes back, something has been paid, tithe or whatever, money has been spent. Of course, Kenyans do it a lot in many other countries, but nobody will accept. I mean, most people would always deny, but that is the truth. People do it a lot, because from what I saw. So I remember after that, after speaking to them, I also wanted to know, what they do and stuff like that, but they could not say much. So after that, we had a conversation with them, and then the photographer requested if he could take pictures of them, and they obliged. They agreed. As the photographer took pictures, all we could see was just skeletons, sort of like skeletons. Remember, these are evil spirits, so they can do anything. Maybe they are playing with our mind, with our psychology. We don't know. But I'm just stating what we saw in the camera, sort of like skeletons. Then they disappeared after some time. So shock on the photographer. And we're wondering, what we're going to tell the company, the organization that assigned us to go and interview with evil spirits. So I remember after some time, after the pictures disappeared, we were all shocked, and then after the interview, it took about an hour. I took about an hour with them, after talking to them. And one thing I want to let you know, or I want to bring to your attention, is that evil spirits know us too well, because they could tell even everything. That they could tell us a lot of things about ourselves, the hidden things that we don't know, or the hidden things that we know but we tend to keep to ourselves. They know, and they always spit it out, given a chance. So after that, after talking to them, I remember they had to leave now because we were done. So they left one by one. Only that this time now they're not being enticed. They were just leaving at their own pace. And as each and every one of them left, there's a sound of a bell. I don't know what it symbolizes, but then they left. And then I remember before they left, sorry, I forgot to mention that before they left, the photographer requested if we could take pictures of them again. But then this time round, okay, they obliged. They did not hesitate. They just obliged, but then it was the same story. As we were looking at the camera after taking the second pictures, it was blank. So we were shocked. So they left one by one. As they left, like I said, the sound of a bell, and there's some strange feeling, I don't know how to explain it, but it was not normal. And then I felt I was confused at the time. So I developed complications. I was ill. I remember feeling like I had fever, stuff like that, and loss of memory and stuff like that. So I remember we were meant to go back to the office that day, but the photographer decided like to go back to the office. And then I decided to go to see a man of God, a pastor, for prayers. And when I requested the photographer to accompany me, he refused. I don't know, maybe he did not see the sense of, or the point of going to for prayers. I went to the nearest church and told man of God that I had spoken to evil spirits. And then he did what he prayed for me. Deliverance was conducted as usual. And then still, I could not sleep. Or even when I went to my house, I feel things working, within my bedroom, within the compound,